students, right?
Yeah.
We have that connection.
Correct. I think someone is not paying attention.
Who's that? Kill her.
Lambo! Wait, why is it called Lambo? Why can't? Is there any car that starts with a V?
Van.
I was thinking of like the luxury brand. It's called like, what is it?
Volkswagen.
Yeah. V?
Volkswagen.
Box what?
What the heck is that? A luxury brand.
That's not a brand.
Okay.
It starts with W, but pronounce V.
Alright, let's go, guys. Let's get started.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna start off. So I'm not sure if you guys saw, but a few days back there was a networking scenario that was posted in the chat, and then we're gonna use based on these scenarios. Thank you. Yeah, we'll use it at the moment. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a good time. Have a good time.
Hay a Gilberto Dionisio, de Pinotepa Nacional.
Alright.
España. Gracias.
Yeah. So we got
That's for door to door.
Oh? So that was the neighbor.
Let's
So we're gonna get started. I'm not sure you guys have the sheet. You guys have the sheet?
Yeah. Just use yours.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Okay, but I guess first scenario for the location, we're gonna be in like for example in a school. There's gonna be a what do you call it? Like a kind of cafeteria or like a dining hall. And then it's like that's where a lot of people like eat or like they do homework and stuff. And then
What's wrong? Where do you stop that?
dining hall before?
dining hall.
Yeah.
Oh, never did.
UT Austin. The cafeteria. I went there before. I went there before.
Let's go. Let's go. So excited.
Does anyone want to volunteer?
Volunteer what?
Volunteer for role play.
Sure.
I'll be the candidate.
You'll be the candidate.
I'll be the people who cooking food for students.
What? We don't need that.
No, we don't need that. We don't. Scenario. I'll give you guys your personality and the background, and then of the candidate, and then we'll see how you guys move on from there. Okay.
Yeah.
So
You
Leo.
need to be pick the person.
Yeah, Leo.
Yeah.
We're gonna start.
Sure.
Okay.
I will
So
count time for you.
you're the IBO.
Oh, I'm ready. Are you?
Okay, you're the IBO, and then Sophie's the candidate. Okay.
Okay.
So sitting here in the school cafeteria, she is someone who's super sanguine.
Super sanguine.
Super sanguine.
How about me?
And then a background, she's an athlete.
Athlete.
Yeah,
Wow.
athlete.
What kind of athlete?
Yeah,
What is that?
athlete. Like fitness.
Thanks.
Like for example, they play a sport. They play a sport on like the.
So, but you know sanguine. Super sanguine right here.
Yeah, sanguine. And then their major is
You know how to be super sanguine.
Confident.
okay, and then yeah, Sophie, her major is engineering.
Oh wow.
Athlete and major engineering.
Yeah, athlete, major engineering, and super sanguine.
What?
Wow.
Why so
That's comedy.
contradictory?
Yeah, that's right. So there's people like that.
What a personality.
Yeah, but you're eating in the you're in the cafeteria, so she's in the cafeteria and you see her like she is like doing homework or something. And she's writing. Yeah. It's okay. We don't need this.
Because people.
Học nó không có được. Dạ mình nghe nhạc cái gì mà màu đẹp. Con này mình phải học cái đó.
Wow. Hà đẹp chưa? Ủa Hà sao vậy?
Giang Quỳnh. I cannot beat this.
Tới chơi tới một thời nè.
If you want someone to be someone, you have to give her food.
No, you don't have to give her. She's already eating. Perfect. Okay, so her background, right? Athlete, engineering, sanguine. Yeah, and then she comes from a wealthy background.
Wow.
Her okay.
She is.
Wealthy.
Yeah, well, like her mom.
She has a house.
Her mom is a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Her dad is an engineer, and then yeah, and then she's sitting and doing homework.
Wow.
She's eating, yeah, in the dining hall.
That's you.
Sao vậy nhá mày?
Giang nhớ nè.
Like she's a first-year student. First year
Freshman.
student, engineering,
Engineering, athletic,
athlete,
sanguine,
sanguine.
wealthy background.
How can I beat this Giang Quỳnh?
Is eating.
Well, that's why you pretend.
To be like green light or yellow.
Yellow light,
She's
green
super
light.
sanguine, so
So whatever. Huh? Green light.
you just do super green light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rồi.
It depends on Sophie.
Let's get started, guys.
Yes.
Okay, can I have a round of applause first?
Started. So again, so Sophie is the candidate, Leo's the IBO. So we're in the cafeteria setting. The candidate's background is that they're first year in college, they're an athlete, they're engineering background, super sanguine. Parents are well off. Mom is retired. Dad's an engineer. Okay.
I speak it.
Huh?
Why don't
Dude,
you
sounds
you
English.
give the normal like
Normal.
the background?
Oh,
Too
no, this
special.
is cafeteria setting. We'll switch it later.
So okay.
Okay,
Okay.
where's Han? Nó muốn học gì đâu. Hello. Hi. I think you are one of my classmates. You're going to the
Really? What
What's
time
it
are you
called?
going?
Introduction to engineering. You're in that classes?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
You do?
I do. Yeah.
Wow, I never met you before.
I thought I saw you somewhere in the classroom. Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. What's your name?
My name's Leo. What's your name?
I'm Sophie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What have you been up here?
I'm just doing homework.
Your homework?
Yeah, it's a lot of homework, you know.
I feel
Yeah.
that. Yeah, same. I also have a lot of homework in the engineering class right now.
Mm-hmm. What class?
The engineering class we are going right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you freshman here or
Yeah, I'm a freshman.
freshman?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm second year.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. How do you like it so far over here?
Wow.
People here.
It's my first year, so everything is good so far. I love the school. Yeah, it's private. I have a lot of friends.
Oh wow, for a freshman we have a lot of friends.
Of course, I
Wow.
love making friends.
I'm surprised. Yeah, my first year I don't really have many friends.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's why until second year I start having more friends.
Nice, nice.
Like what makes you so your major? I'm guessing your major is culinary engineering.
Yeah. Good guess. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm majoring in engineering.
Yeah, same thing. But I just recently switched to MIS,
MIS.
business technology.
Mm.
But what makes you want to study engineering though? Do you mind?
What was that? What was that?
What? Just curious, like, what makes you want to study engineering?
It's just my passion, and I love engineering. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of majors out there, but I love engineering most. How about you?
I love engineering. Back then I chose software engineering because I'm a tech guy,
Oh.
and I also want to study math and coding classes, stuff like that.
Do you intend to go into math engineering or?
I just recently switched to MIS, business technology.
Okay.
Yeah, from software engineering.
Oh, why? What happened?
The reason why is because I see because of the economic crisis, also recession. So that's why a lot of like big tech companies like Google, and Meta, Facebook, and Disney,
Uh-huh.
they start to laying off people a lot. So like recently, do you know the news about Google?
Yeah,
They let off
I've heard a lot, thousands of employees. Yeah. That's horrible. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, like the worst thing is there's one employee who committed to work for Google like for 20 years.
Uh-huh.
Then eventually he got laid off as well. So that's really shocking. Just by email, not really in person. Yeah,
Okay.
just when he woke up in the morning and then he turned on his phone,
Uh-huh.
then see the email. That's
That's
tough
tough.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I mean, if I were him, I mean, I would be depressed for weeks and for
Ooh.
yeah.
I bet. Yes.
Yeah, so that's why I switched to MIS right now, which is business technology.
Mm-hmm.
I still keep the part of technology because I love technology. But
Okay.
also I want to involve a little bit of business because right now I'm also running my own business as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what business are you running?
Just kind of like the online business. I'm working on the e-commerce and also franchising platform. And I start partnering with a lot of major retailers like Nike and Apple and
Mm-hmm.
help them to marketing and then they pay me back as a commission.
Oh, nice.
So
I heard
yeah,
a lot
just
about people doing it too, but
Yeah,
yeah, it
yeah.
was good.
how about you? Like, have you thought about running your own business or something like that?
Not at all. I just, I mean, I major in engineering now, but I don't have like the clear plan for my future yet. But I think I'm gonna go for engineering, like my dad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like curious, like what's in your mind when you heard about the news that people like, tech like engineering people got let off recently. What's in your mind? What do you think about it?
Well, nothing much, but like they got laid off. I think it's because they were not doing their good job. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. For me, like back then, I just like you, like when I first came here, I was studying engineering and I'm very passionate about engineering. And then when I start seeing the news, that scared me off, man. Like I start reaching out to everywhere to reach
Yeah.
out any opportunities and any possibility that can have my own kind of like side hustle, kind of backup plan for me. Because I mean I understand that people love what they're doing, but not many people are willing to really prepare. Like my mentor used to tell me why the car has the spare tire, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we have the spare income?
Mm.
Yeah, and also one more thing is why don't we dig the well before we feel thirsty?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the quotes from my mentor that I really kind of resonate with me and really inspired me to have my backup plan right now, which is my business on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
good for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just kind of like random question, like do you do anything outside of your school and job, like any side hustle? Hobbies?
I have some of the clubs that I attend. Yeah, that's pretty much it because I love hanging out with people and I love the social, making friends and everything like that.
What kind of club is that?
It's an engineering club.
Engineering club.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities there, and I get a chance to meet more people that have the same mindset or the same background as me. Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing. I also
You also have attend clubs.
I'm not really into the club, but I usually go to workshop both on campus and also off campus. But since on campus they're very limited in terms of like having workshops, so that's why I always like doing research and going on the online and ask my
Nice.
friends around to ask for any workshop that off campus because it's more workshop off campus.
Oh wait, but by the way, do you know how to do this homework?
Which one?
This one.
That homework?
Yeah.
I think I never see about that before, but yeah, let me take a picture of that and I'll.
Yeah,
then
if you can handle it, let me take a picture of your answers and then I'm struggling with this
Yeah. I
homework right now.
can take a picture of that and after that I can send my answer to your.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have it? So how can we keep in touch? So after
Canvas, we have there's a Canvas.
Canvas?
Yeah, my name is Sophie. You can
Okay.
search me there.
Okay. For me, I mean, I'm not sure about you, but for me, I'm not really trust Canvas because sometimes it have some technical issue.
Really?
So that's why I don't
There have
really.
been there's no errors to my code. But yeah,
Yeah.
we can
Maybe do you have any
exchange
social
number.
media or something like that? Or
Oh yeah. Let's get in touch
Instagram?
via
or
Instagram. Yeah.
Facebook? Yeah, sure. Okay, sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so let's keep in touch in there. But let's come back to the topic that we talked about, like workshop.
Mm.
For me, I usually go to workshop both on campus and off campus. But for me, like when I go to the off-campus workshop, I learn a lot. I build a lot of connection with different people with different background,
Okay.
even IT, engineering, nursing. But the commonality between those people is I can see is that they also have their own their backup plan, like which is their own business on the side. So that's why I kind of like really admire
cool.
them. Yeah, so that's why I start to think of running my own business as well. Yeah, so I think maybe because you told me that you thought about running your own business before, but
No, I haven't thought about that.
you never thought about it.
Yeah, I never
Okay.
thought about a business.
Yeah, but I think you have a great personality to become an entrepreneur, right?
I
Because
do.
because I saw you have like great personality, happy, friendly, and also very ambitious to join a lot of clubs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But
Yeah, I mean, if you open-minded, I mean, for now, my business, also my mentor's business,
Mhm.
we actually are expanding across the U.S. and so Canada, Australia, and Vietnam, and I mean, if you're open-minded, and I think you have potential for this, man. So, I mean, if you're open-minded, if you don't mind, I mean, take my number, and maybe tomorrow, if I have time, maybe we can have a talk and a small conversation, and I'll share with you more details. How about
okay.
that?
What's that business about?
I'm sorry.
What's that business about?
So I mentioned with you earlier. So the business is an online-based business,
Uh-huh.
and also it's working on e-commerce and also franchising. E-commerce and franchising. I partner with a lot of major retailers, which is Apple and Google, and then Bank of America, and I help them to marketing, and then they pay me back as a commission.
Oh,
In passive
commission.
So that.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're interested, I mean.
Oh yeah,
I-
sure.
I,
Why
can, I
not?
cannot guarantee anything, but let's take my number and I'll let you. And then text me your full name and I'll let you know like tomorrow if I'm available. We can have a small conversation.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
Vỗ tay.
Tắt mic hơi gớm nha.
What does that mean?
Sophie, change topic very quick. You see that?
Yeah, super sanguine.
Come on, say one very easy.
You guys have any feedback?
Not enough sanguine.
Feedback is that so let's talk about what he good, what he doing good. So I really like the way you approach to Sophie, like very friendly, just approach asking like, oh, are you in the class, right? The way you talk to hi guys.
It's like, why you like that? Best friend.
Friend, go ahead.
No wonder. Don't do that to my best friend.
Let's go.
Okay, that's good. And then you asking Sophie,
One bye.
One line.
Help.
no.
Podcast.
So the question
You guys should explain what is payroll, what benefit for networking, what is networking for human job before you start.
good, Daria.
Okay, host. Where's the host?
Understand?
Okay, let's go, Tom.
Oh, I explained a bit at first.
Ủa Trúc hiểu.
Let Doria. Let Doria
That's okay, I
explain.
explain later.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because if you speak English, they don't understand anyway.
know.
It's just I
Okay,
don't know, but Doria explain more.
alright.
Actually, we could have more like the nãy là sanguine hơn. The flavor, so we don't.
That's fine.
That's
Okay, and then you ask school related.
Wait,
So
one second. So Tom, does she need to explain for Tom?
No.
No.
Don't need it.
I will explain later. Alright. So and then when Sophie is distracted, you kind of go with her a little bit, and then after that you bring back the topic. Is that you bring back the workshop topic? I like that part. And then that's what you did good. And then I think what you need to improve now is that for your DTM, your masala, is it more content on that? So you just introduce it very quickly that because of the economic crisis, so you decided to switch your major. But then you need to give her the reason why that she want to listen to you. Like before you introduce something to them, you need to give them like a clear why they need to listen to you. Like what is the point? What is the tipping point of your story? That makes Sophie want to learn more. So that's the reason why Sophie being distracted, because she doesn't think that that's something she might interested in. Yeah.
I should have been distracted. Khoan ơi, khoan.
That's my feedback. I don't know if anyone here wants to add
That's
in.
rude.
Yeah, but did great job. Invited, right?
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Okay, so that's good.
Ủa đâu?
This is contact.
Anh Chi zero.
I think it's workshop contact because Sophie didn't clear about if she wants to do this and
I
not.
want to qualify Sophie.
Yeah. And
That's so bad.
Business cannot
It's
be
a friendly
same
convo.
word.
Any feedback for Sophie? You know?
No, không phải.
she's a businesswoman.
Candidate.
Why you get that? She just no, it's just a guess.
Anh đi quá vô sâu vào nghệ thuật rồi.
Acting.
This is not entertainment.
yeah.
Okay,
Right.
any
Any feedback? Welcome. Welcome.
yes, yeah, no.
Sure.
Yeah, you can.
Because I'm the.
Yeah, no.
Sắp đâu nè. Đó nè. Like
Rồi.
I imagine myself as a candidate, and if he talk, I mean, at the first I pretend to be a candidate, but like for no, but half of the time, the rest half of the time, I got distracted and I turned into I be not a candidate anymore. But the first half, I feel like he cannot connect my why. He connect my why into the business.
Yeah.
That's why I got distracted, and then I cannot like have the clear why or the clear motivation to get contact with you. I'm just being someone and okay, yeah, let's get contact.
Yeah, I can predict like if Sophie get that contact, she will not like contact you with like any your message because she
Just being
she
passive.
doesn't looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like at the beginning, like I know you were sharing, but maybe you could like ask her more, or like something that's more related to her. You know?
Yeah.
Because you asked her about like her background or like her family. You know, okay, like let's say if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know, right? If there was no scenario. So it's like I'm not saying like go that deep into it, but like have a basic idea. You know, because what if I did tell you that? Then how would you ask it? You know, just imagine you don't know about it. You know.
Next time, don't need to tell the I will
Yeah.
tell the candidate what they should.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Oh yeah, should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
That's
candidate
Because he
to be
will know.
skeptical.
He will know.
Yeah.
Any idea? Any opinion to add on?
That is risky when he don't share about like mentorship and mentor.
Because like what happened?
Cái máy tính. Laptop. Broken.
That is full of
Come
help.
on.
So, do we have like no for laptop to record it? No, that.
Always.
I thought Helen's recording.
Just continuing.
Okay.
Okay.
No, because the small
My
laptop is
podcast.
so weak to the
Anybody else? Or you wanna?
I don't want.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Go ahead. Go ra.
I feel like if I'm Sophie, I won't get back to you either
Yeah.
because I can feel that she give the number just because she was nice. Yeah, it feel like a bit forcing. It's not really that she willing to give the number much because I can sense it when you drop a lot of like hint and crumb to her like, oh, I have a business, and she's like, oh wow, and then next is he says something like have you ever thought about having your own business? And then after that you ask something else and she was like, oh, it's good for you. You know, so you have to count how many times that you really drop the crumbs and they didn't pick it. If you drop like 1-2 times, maybe try one more time, but if it's already like 3-4 times and she couldn't really show any interest in business, which means that she didn't see why she need a business. So for me, I'm gonna can identify right away that this is not a green line one. So I'm gonna talk about either backup plan or environment, right? So I'm gonna try to relate my story with her, but not like really like about business much. But I'm gonna share how oh, I was like you too, was really focused on my engineer path, until that I meet my mentor, someone who can be able to retire at 22. He has an option to walk away, when he was only 22 years old. So, I mean, I'm still love my engineer path and, I'm still love math and have interest about it. But then, of course, I want to take care for my family. So that's why I decided to build the business. So just in case, right? Just in case, what if something happened in the future, or what if I couldn't find a job? Then at least I have a backup plan for myself.
Yeah.
That's the reason why business makes sense to me. Yeah, but at the first place, I was exactly like you. I didn't like business that much. So let's see how she reacts. If she's still like, I don't care, my family rich, or like, she's really
Walk
like
away.
YOLO, she don't care, then okay, fine, walk away. Because yeah, you did try first business, okay, you don't care backup plan, you don't care, maybe try environment, maybe try personal development, soft skill, and invite her to workshop. But because I have no standard, if I feel like the person not willing to give the number, but it's kind of like I have to force the number, then I don't want to get it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get the number either. Yeah, because it's not a good one. It's not a quality one, Yeah, and then she just talk about like homework and stuff, right? Yeah. So for me, even though I know how to solve her homework problem, I'm not gonna try to like take picture or anything. You know why? I'm a business owner. You think I have time to solve your homework?
The reason why I do that because I want to have
Make
someone
contact.
yeah,
Yeah.
keep in touch.
But
and then
but
later.
see, the contact is not
Quality.
on the right purpose. Because then you go home, you talk about homework, then how you connect to business.
But you see it complete right there because you already take her contact. Then you tell her again, or you can take my number, like exchange number again. When Sophie asked Leo to do her homework, she already exchange her
Instagram.
contact.
No,
Yeah, Instagram.
first she offer canvas and I don't like canvas.
But then she already contact, right? But then you ask her to like exchange contact again.
No, em nhớ là I remember I asked I tell you how can we keep in touch more? Then you
Canvas.
offer canvas.
And then
I told you that I don't really trust canvas.
cô chị Hồng mean là we already exchanged Instagram, but later at the end you told me to I don't want to anything like it's I'm not looking for business already, but you
Still say
have
that's
a higher standard for me that I need to contact you first, or need to type the full name like that.
No, but yeah, you get what I mean is that when I get the contact, like, know what is the purpose of me getting this contact. But for you just try to get the contact. But for what? You go home, how can you really talk about business? Because right on spot, you couldn't even convey the message. You go home, how can you think that you can really talk about business through acting?
Okay. So what I take away from this is that there are multiple hints to drop: business, environment, backup plan, personal development. So there are four. If they are interested in first, second, third, and hit the four, or vice versa. Yeah. Okay, there are four. Keep in mind. There are four.
yeah, like yesterday.
Yesterday.
No, she wasn't there.
Just share.
Yeah, because yesterday Phil said that like there are three at least. There are some level that we need to
The why,
qualify the candidate or even the IBO to like if they interested in business, passive income, maybe the lower level at least they have to interested in environment or at least personal growth. If they are not looking for that, then just
Get away.
walk away. Yeah.
Go away, yeah. No, I should have you told Việt Nam I should have turned into that. Ủa Việt Nam hả? Ủa rồi nó cái gì luôn? Okay, là no.
Bro, we're not talking
I can't understand.
I know, nhưng mà
bro.
Sang quần là ô bạn Việt Nam hả? Rồi vô nói Việt Nam luôn. That should be a sang quần.
I can say that I Việt Nam would want you.
No,
I feel like Leo, he think a lot. He just wanna try to get the contact, and not like
the reason why he need to get a contact. She tried to get a contact.
Like the quality contact, you know what I mean? Because for me, if I couldn't get like the quality contact, then I would just rather walk away. Because I don't understand what's the point of getting hard contact and now you go home, what you do with it?
Nothing.
Because she just give for you because she want to solve the homework or something.
Maybe they'll think that's he already the good about that. And
No, the point is he's not.
Is that what Leo's working on right now? Like he's just working on getting the contact. Is that
think
why?
so.
Like you know, maybe he's working his step up, and this is where like he's working towards. That's why, he just thought of getting the friendly contact to begin with.
Is that your
Not
intention?
Because my intention is still get business contact. But if if that person like Sophie, my intention I got the business. I got even though it's not business contact, I'm gonna still get it. And then after that, I'm gonna invite her to the maybe in bonding time with the friends, with the environment, with the association. I'm gonna maybe sometime we plan to like have picnic or like eating. I'm gonna invite her. Sometime I share my workshop. That's why my intention. But yeah, I think
But when you walk away with that contact, can you sense it? Can you feel it? Like she's not interested in the business.
yeah, a little bit, because she's just like good for you, and then she's got distracted and asked me for homework. Yeah, but I think what I'm missing is like dig deep to a why. Yeah, instead of
But
like just
yeah,
asking
because
for-
I feel like you have to have your own standard. Like each person, you should have your own standard when you feel like you want to walk away. Because let's say if you go out, you talk to 10 people like that, and you all try to get 10 contact like that every day. How long it takes?
How long it take?
To lead into business.
Like no, every time you try to get her contact like this, even though you know that she's not interested in business, but because you want to invite to like a bonding time or something, but then just the time it takes for you to try to get her contact is already enough for you to go out and find a green line. So if every day like that you try to get 10 contact like this, then
Doesn't worth it.
Yeah,
You know what I
miss-
mean?
I'm
Like-
missing maybe.
it's not worth it. And
Business.
then how many have you even invited to the bonding activity already? Not much. So like for me, I have a clear standard. Like I know who I'm gonna try to push more, who I'm just gonna walk away. It's not worth my time, and it's not worth my memory either. Yeah, but then the part you should improve it that you didn't talk much about backup line. Maybe have like an idea of the level. First is business, next is backup plan, next is personal development. If they're not interested in this, okay, fine. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Anything you want to add? Julio, you want to say something?
No, because I feel like the way he was doing it is just like for friendly contact right now, right? So it's not like selective networking, right? So, for me, I think I shared it with Justin. But on Canvas, the way I do it is I just ask them to do an interview, and I'd be like, hey, I'm doing this little side project for my work. Will you be cool for me to ask you a couple of quick questions? And most of them they will say yes. And so I just sit down with them, and then I ask them, like future career orientation questions, like what's your major, what you study, what's your plan after graduation, and then from there I go on with have you started thinking about how you want to live 5 years from now? And then after they answer me, then I will bring in Phil. I'm like, you know what? The first person who ever asked me this question was my mentor, and then I answer the same way like you, because nobody ever asked me for 19 years how I want to live, but what I want to do. And so that's when I froze. And so from there, I take over and I started sharing my story. And so at the end, when I DTM, I'll be like this. Hey, you know what? This is, unplanned, because I was just gonna, do the interview. But I feel like our story is like very similar. And so I don't know, I really like the way you think, like future oriented, and that's how I am too as a person. I like to dig the well before I get thirsty. And so very like coincidental, but my team is actually expanding across North America up to Canada. And I mean, I'll be more than happy to get connected to people like you. And so if you are open-minded, which I'm sure you are, that's why we have this conversation up until this point. And so if you are, then let's exchange contact, because I'm more than happy to, talk more about this with you. And usually that's how I get the contact. They either say no to me or they say yes. And for me, when I do that, that's always the best contact.
Oh.
So you said that you don't do what is it?
The interviews.
Canvas?
What campus? No, in-person networking.
Oh, in-person networking.
When I go to campus, that's what I do. That's the only one thing I do. You know, Sam and Julian, he printed out like the whole like paper form of like interview.
I think this one I told you, right?
Yeah, secret sauce for my upline.
So you go on campus and then you basically say, "Oh, I'm doing an interview."
Oh,
Yeah.
we can process it.
Julian. No, actually, who shared it?
Julian.
No, Luna shared with me. That Julian did that.
And then she
So
shared
that's
back
why
to
I
me.
shared with her. So she go try.
No, I did it before you shared with me. Just
Really?
the flyer. I did not want a
Oh, okay.
flyer. I didn't
This
do the
works?
flyer. Yeah, it works. It
Yeah.
always works on campus. My guest to workshop yesterday, the one that I got her contact at SGSU, and she's a business major, Latina. Yeah, she likes business, and she told me yesterday that she wants to come to like event like this again. So yeah.
You wanna role play that?
Let's do that, guys.
You guys can do it. I just told you guys what to do.
Hey, next time
You are the perfect example. Alright. Okay, who wants to volunteer next?
Let's go ahead.
Cool.
Who's next, guys? Sienna, let's go.
Let's go.
Sienna and Phong, I want.
Anh gì? Phong. Mẹ.
From?
No, I'm saying Phong,
Rõ
yeah.
ràng.
What's wrong with your ear?
Nó ra con. Vô sót hạt đếm một kỳ con.
Let's go.
Okay, do you record any of your convos?
I hear many convo.
Do you record any convos?
Alright, let's go.
I did, I think.
I will be there.
Alright, Helen.
You DTM like you did first?
I want to try.
Em nói ra, nói đi.
Yeah, đứa đi đó.
No, I don't want that yet.
Why?
Hay là
Sao coi nào dùng cái phone?
Do a tongue, do a tongue. Do a tongue, do a tongue, do a tongue. Let Tom do it. Let Tom do it.
No,
Jay.
Let Tom do it with
Wanna quit nè.
men.
Whatever.
Okay, you want me to be candidate?
Man, short
Men, let's go. Let's show up, men.
can
Trời ơi, mai nói ra can do it. What do you mean?
So nó ra.
And then she walk away.
Walk away and let them hang it.
No.
Let's be Bill Hawkins.
Okay, what is your role? No. You. How about you give me it? Okay, whatever. But Nora don't know.
With
Computer science people.
No.
Tell it.
Don't tell. Yeah, just tell me.
Okay. So don't let listen, right?
Don't, yeah. Text.
You just tell their setting, but the background or anything, only I know. That's enough. Okay, everything else I take, right?
Yeah, everything you can take my own.
That's easy. Just background. You can do it. Why I have to create one? Okay, now
What are the settings?
setting. Any way you want to choose.
Walking.
Oh,
Morning.
where's Karen?
Okay, Mom.
What's she doing?
At school.
Okay.
Start.
No, at school is
Let's
more.
change the background.
Don't be bushy start.
No, I don't want to change.
Stop.
At school, at campus.
Yeah,
Okay, you be the No, Emily.
And I connect them doesn't matter.
Okay.
Go in.
Let's go. I'm going to buy it. In the mall, which is like I have been lost for like almost 10 minutes. Where you got it from? Because I
You got lost for 10 minutes?
Yes, for 10 minutes. And I asked people, they showed me the wrong location. So where you get it from? They look so good.
Oh, it's North Face.
Not face, right?
Small.
Oh, really? They don't have it this small?
Go to like, I don't know, you gotta go to like up 2 hours, and I think they have a local store there, but you can check it out online on your phone, you know.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
then, are you live right near here? Because it seems like you live far away, and then why you come here? Because you bought the jacket from like an hour to 2 hours to our west when you live nearby there?
No, I'm just chilling here, you know.
You're not
on the
chilling here?
weekdays. Yeah.
Oh,
Man, I'm
I see.
hanging out with my friends. I actually just went into the store.
Went to the store?
Yeah.
Oh wow, do you have any plan today? Because I seem like you going
Just chilling.
more, just chilling.
Yeah.
Just chilling. Oh, are you like similar to one of my friend I met last week in San Jose State University? You went there before?
No, I don't go there. You know this school called SF State?
Oh, and that's the, oh, when you're from San Jose, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you want me to come to here? This one met
Just hang out with friends.
Oh, if you don't mind, like what major you're studying right now?
Oh, I'm studying CS. I actually just transferred to it.
Oh, you just transferred
Yeah,
to
what
computer
major are you?
science. My major is your science, but then it's for biology.
Well, that's so different.
That's it's about helping the people, right? So what makes you choose computer science? Because for me, the reason why I choose biology because during high school I did create it and then I just decided to pick the major because and then I also saw my uncle. He worked at the hospital for like 10 years and then I all admire him. So I know like how about you? Is that happen the same cases as you?
Oh yeah, I took a class in high school with computer science, and I really enjoyed it. But my dad also works in CS as well.
Oh
so
wow, your
that's why
dad
I
also
went to
worked
it.
in CS?
Yeah.
Wow. So like what is like the more like how about you take a class and you like it, right? But then I know that is there any, more stronger why like you choosing the computer science path?
Oh wait, I'm not sure what you mean.
You're not sure like okay, so besides you like it, is there any specific reason why you're choosing that path? Have you ever, think of the lifestyle? Or let's be more specific, like your dad right now. Like, do you like the lifestyle that your dad is having right now?
Yeah, he's living pretty good right now.
He isn't pretty good, like
Yeah.
in what kinds? Like he's had a good money, right? But then does he have time for the family and also for his kids?
Yeah. I mean, I spend time with him every weekend. We actually just came back from Vegas last week.
Oh wow, just
Yeah.
came back from Vegas last week. What you guys did there?
Just have fun there, go around, go to the buffet.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
life is pretty good. I think I'm all right.
you think you're alright?
Yeah.
I would flush you. I'm sorry. Okay. Does he in the vacation right now? I know that because I know that I have a friend who also just graduated from computer science, but I think really struggle to find a job here in the Bay Area. Even though in here the technology valley, right? But then it seems so difficult for him to find a good job. And then if he find a good job, and then the salaries is not that high, they require him work so hard. And then like just last week I met him, we just hang around and look at him like he looks so tired and exhausted. So I know how, but is that the same case for your dad? It seems like your dad is on vacation right now, or does he have that much free time for the family?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he work overtime, like he work at home, but I mean, it's pretty chill for him. Like he gets to spend time with us, and he likes to go fishing a lot himself. So it's like I see him like enjoying his time too, and it's like he always has like he always shares with us like what's happening at work as well. It seems pretty nice.
Wow, I see. Wow. So,
Stop rồi.
sorry. Let me think. Can I have a minute? No, 30 seconds now. So what do you have any plans? Do you have any plan after graduation? You wanted to be like your dad, or like is there any you wanted to apply for internship or what kind of?
Yeah, I mean, I already have like internships lined up. It's like I'm a junior, but it's like I'm already getting into one of the companies, Meta.
I know
Yeah,
that.
I got an internship for there, and I'm gonna go in there as a software engineer intern. And then I also had like other interviews in there last year as well. So it's like I'm pretty set. Like we're going down, computer science, and I really enjoy that field. And I know people in it as well, and some of my peers too. So I think I'll be doing good in it.
I think you will be doing
Yeah.
Wow, I see. Yeah, for me, like the same. I was pretty much kind of the same like you. Before I'm choosing biology, I had good friends. relationship with my friend at school, but then like until the pandemic hits, you know what? I don't know what happened to you, or like for me, I'm glad because the pandemic happened though, because like I saw the whole life thing.
Bạn mày.
Don't detract this.
Because I saw the lifestyle of my uncle, you know, he just worked so hard. Like before that, if you're asking me between just last right now. So okay, now to take me in, don't to be rushed.
Networking nha.
Dạ thì nó cái
No, I'm good. I'm just okay. So I was assembly here before. I'm just in biology because my family already set a clear path for me. I said, oh, I wanted to be a doctor because like my uncle is a doctor right now. He has a very good income, very good salary. But then when the pandemic happened, I saw my uncle. He worked like 80 hours a week.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, he's a doctor and he worked 80 hours a week. And you
that's
know,
how doctors' life during the pandemic.
yes.
That's how I did choose it.
Oh, really? So before you think of becoming a doctor before?
I mean, you know, like the Asian stereotype, you know, you become a doctor, lawyer, engineer. But I mean, I saw a lot of like my relatives, my dad as well. They go into like engineering, so I went.
Leo em tắt cái tiếng đi em.
It seems like oh, I liked it pretty a lot.
Ồn quá.
Oh, I see,
Detractive
I
ghê luôn á.
So my uncle, yes, he liked the path. He liked the path a lot. You know, he loved his job. But then, you know, one thing what makes me really, you know, reflect back about my life is that at that time between you know, working 80 hours a week, something happened that his parents they sick because of COVID though. But since he worked 80 hours a week, so how could he have enough time for the family, right? So you know, between the situation that his parent is currently sick and then going to work 80 hours a week, do you know which one he chose at the end?
Hopefully his family.
Hopefully his family, but you know, the reality is that no, he said no to the family.
Oh wow.
He said no to the family, and I was like, what? The reason why he choosing becoming a doctor, engineer forever, like for me, the outside job, the current job is like, oh, you're choosing that pathway because you want to earn a good money. But I think back about why we wanted money, because for me, for my uncle, he want to make a good money because he want to take care of the family. But then take a look at that, the pandemic happened. He said no to the family just for the money. Isn't that contradict to each other? And at that time, you know, reflect back about myself. I don't know, you know, how you raise up in your family, but then from my family, the thing that I'm doing right now are towards one direction is that I want to provide my parents good lifestyle later on. So then at that time, you know, I was pretty much lost in life. I didn't know what should I do. But thankfully, I met my mentor at an internship workshop. And then, have you ever heard about having a mentor in life who can guide you throughout your difficult time? Have you ever heard about that before?
That's very interesting. I think someone approached me like that before too.
Oh wow! Someone approached you like that before?
It was
How was it? How was it?
on campus.
Yes.
And, I think they were sharing something similar to you about like entrepreneurship, like of that.
Like I mentioned, like a lot of people. Do you know
I mean,
why?
it's everyone on TikTok, you know. It's like some people like to follow the trend, you know.
It's a total trend right now, you know, but think about who makes the most money during the pandemic. Isn't it the entrepreneur? They are the one who make out of the most of the money. Think about during the pandemic, most of the people are getting laid off, right? But then why the entrepreneur is still growing, and then the number of people become entrepreneurs is increasing over time. The reason why, because for entrepreneur, we didn't have a fixed schedule. We have the flexibility, and then we can work online right now because because I think people mention about that with you because that's good, you know. Why one thing being repeated by so many people? Because the reason why, because that work for them. And then they want to share out opportunity. And
that's very interesting. You're sharing about. I think my friend's calling me.
Your
I
friend's
gotta
calling
go. Yeah, but it was great talking to you.
Yes, and
Sorry, second thing.
So
What do you think about?
Time I hear that you
Man,
looking and you
way
have
better
to
than me.
every single thing.
Okay,
What do you think?
what do you think about your conversation?
Vong is so distracted, right?
What?
Why are you laughing, bro?
No one is in the middle of the networking. They be like, wait, hold up, let me think for 1 minute. All I know is 30 seconds, bro.
And then,
Wow,
and then,
I know. Because it's here. I want, it's here.
understand. Yeah.
and then,
So what do you think?
yeah.
Okay, so I think so I would like to talk about what I did bad though. Okay, so
This good day, this good day.
I didn't think that. I think I need to, I didn't have that much of information. Like I didn't prepare on what I'm going to say when people they saying that question. For example, they're telling me that I wanted to go to computer science. So you already have a fixed plan for the future. For me, I usually whenever I encounter those type of people, I usually freak out because I was like, what? They already have a fixed mindset. Provide a new idea for them because they have so many back doors.
You know,
And then,
Mom.
and then for her, she said, she had the internship set out, his family, his dad, everything set out perfect for her. At that time, I was like, she has so many back doors, so why I have to continue the conversation? At first, I wanted to walk away, but then I would like to walk away, but then I just wanted to try to see what I can learn from this. Because I think at that time, I know that I couldn't get the contact here. Because I think, I don't think I can connect with them. But then I want to moving forward to see how I can dealing with those type of people. Yeah, just to practice. And then later on, I was, you guys can see me that I don't know what I can say because my worst part is that I couldn't relate to those type of people that they have a different background like me. And then they already have so many backdoors.
Yeah.
I couldn't put myself in their shoes to think what good for them, to think what worked for them, to think what makes them interested. That's why I'm kind of, stuck in the middle of the way. I don't know what to say. Yeah. And then if I have a dance, I would like to talk more about mentorship for her. Because even though she has his, her dad who doing CS, but then more about I want to talk about the values. I want to talk about the value that the mentorship program provide. Like you have someone guidance in your life, and then the value, another the value in the business that you have time and money. I want to talk about if you study computer science, right? If you study computer science, are you going to work 9 to 5? Like, are you willing to work to continue that job for like 40 to 50 years? I will talk more about, do you see your dad? How old is your dad? Is your dad 50, 60s? But when you take a look at him, are you willing to work until you're 50, 60s? I will talk more about her future. Like, do you want to be the same like your dad, what he's been doing right now? I would like ask her more. What if in the next 10 years another COVID happen, another pandemic recession happen? What would you react to that? I will talk more about backup plan. Even though she has many backdoors, but then I will share about the recession coming up. Because I doing the convo, I couldn't think. So right now when I reflect back, I have so many new ideas. I would like to talk with her. So yeah, that's what I think so far.
Good job.
So what did Nadia tell Tom at the beginning?
Just say computer science.
That's enough.
So what do you think?
Other than
if there
for me là before you walk into the convo, what do you expect? What is your goal?
My goal is right now to learn. And I expect to get the contact.
Learn what? Learn what?
Learn
What's that?
learn the cases, like
Cases, what?
learn the cases,
Like just practice.
like kind of like that. Because I didn't go network that much, guys, and then I
What's the goal of practicing networking?
to get a contact.
Right. And so your ultimate goal is to what? Get the contact.
Yes,
What kind of contact?
best contacts.
Right. And so here's the thing. You gotta be the person who seal the deal. Do not let them walk away before you do. You gotta be the person who say, hey, I gotta go now.
I know, but then for me, I would
Because
like
when
to.
Tom say that, that means she's getting bored. She
That's-
doesn't want to listen anymore.
Yes. But then I know for me, it takes step by step. It's not like you tell me one
You
day
you
like
can't.
that.
Okay, so like Phil said, in an hour you could get what? At least one contact, right?
Correct.
How many conversations you need in order to get one contact? Say 5,
Yeah.
right? And so if you do that, you cannot have 5 convo in 1 hour.
Mm.
Because Dula, he talks to this one person for like 40 minutes without like even DTM the person.
Mm.
So you're like building relationships so much without like actually getting to the point. So you gotta, like be more professional. It really depends on like your goal, because I know like for example for Miko and his team, they don't like DTM about business directly. They invite to workshop, and that's how they get the contact. Boom, 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 boom. But then that's not a business contact. And like what happened is when Miko does that, like maybe like 2/3 of the people he invited, they don't show up. And so I don't know, if you like want to be like Miko, like go to the number and like do that like quantity, or like if you want quality, then make sure that you get the best contact. Like make sure that the person you get, they will come to workshop.
You guys just skip. Okay. So I think I get what you mean. But then what you're talking right now for me, just kind of on the surface. Oh, I get the best contact. Is that I need to have the quantity in order to get the quality. I need to get 5 convo to get the 1 contact. My problem is how break it down deeper from that. I know that. I know the concept already. That's just a very basic concept, right? We go out there, have 5 convo, and then we get 1 contact, etc. But I dig deeper in that. What can I do? Like, what can I say to Tom? Like, what should I reply? What should I respond? Like, how I can approach those type of people who already have a fixed plan. Break it down to
Okay.
know
How and the what.
Okay, so if you like, what's the 5 level of conversation?
initiate, giving names, the 4th one is qualify.
You skip that one. You didn't qualify at all. The moment she said, when you said it's like close to, like it's related to what I studied, and she said, and then she said her major, and then she was like, actually it's kind of different. That's red flag for me. She's not friendly. She's not friendly.
And she's not looking.
And it's kind of like, I feel like me trying to put her value into that person, because like she already said that her value for family, she don't have much about like, she don't know that her dad is like whatever, but she don't aware that. Because
DTM is the last step in the 5 level conversation. You don't always DTM. You skip step 4 and you go straight to DTM. So what you get is, okay, so you not only get quantity, and you also don't get quality right here, because Tong is not quality. Because she's not friendly. Why would I want to work with someone who's not friendly? So if your goal is to get a biz contact, you don't have to DTM every single person you talk to. You gotta qualify them. But if your goal is just get into workshop, then yeah.
If you was in my situation, how would you say to Tom in order to qualify her?
So when she told me that, like, oh, it's actually different, like, for me, that's red flag already. If I get more than 3 red flags in a conversation, I go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you reach your goal? Do you reach your goal?
Of what?
What's your goal at first?
Learning.
So just learning.
Then you reach your goal already. It's the access.
Okay. So about for me is I got what you mean. Like you want to know which part that you want to improve, right? So about Vân share, that is great too. But she share more about the mindset. So you have to calculate the time that how many contact you're gonna to get an hour, right? That about the mindset stuff. And you ask about the how and the what, but she share with you the why. For me, the first thing is I saw you talk some topics a lot, and the second thing is you cannot wait a minute to let that person think and share out their thought. You jump a lot, and then you that's what I see. That's what I see, and then I feel like, why is this girl talk too much? Let me think. If I was the candidate, why you talk too much? Kind of like that. And another thing is you cannot relay anything with with Tong, or even though like during that conversation I didn't see that what does she do, and then or maybe she share about it, but it's not clear point much. You should ask her more about herself.
I remember that Paul shared that she just come back about
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Las
That,
Vegas.
right? Why you don't dig deep in
Then deep a little bit.
Just tell me more.
Yeah, tell me
Like,
more.
she like friendly to share with you, that you more easy to talk more.
Yeah,
You just jump another thing.
or you can say, "Oh, really? So where did you go? Where did you go in Las Vegas? And how was the trip?" It's like you can dig deeper in their personal life a little bit. Yeah, and then that from for me, I don't know, but when some people say like that, I need to dig deeper a little bit, like to let people know that, oh, I care about your trip. If the business contact is different way, but if you approach like that way, you must go through that, and then until it's enough a little bit, and then talk a little bit.
Contact, right?
No,
So
no practice. Her
you
goal.
know, like, what is the point that you stop to share the business?
Still want to
No,
practice, but
at-
intention also want to get is the contact, right?
So that's the ultimate goal, is that I want to practice, and in order during my, so right now I'm still learning, right?
So you want to practice to learn.
Yeah, I want to practice to learn first, and then and then later on, maybe if I have a chance to, if I see that person is good in life,
Yeah.
I might, connect.
Mình nhớ này này.
So when during the conversation, one thing Min has, I think most people here don't have on her, is that she has a lot of confident energy.
Yeah,
Like the
yes.
way she presents, really
Yeah.
professional, and then confident in what she say. But yeah, one thing is she cannot relate to people yet. Yeah, like Jimin, like how
Too many
was she?
partners.
A little bit like when she talking, like she out of like thoughts
Control luôn á.
right away,
Yeah.
and that's why I say calm down, just think
Calm down,
first. Yeah, and then so it's really quick when she jump into at values right away. Yeah, after the Las Vegas, and then she talked about, okay, she say now she's sharing about her story about like biochem things already. Yeah, and then I don't know if I'm missing anything, right? Is when Tong talked about she studying computer science because of her dad. Also, not because of her dad. She said her dad also computer science. Right? Did you ask back her like why she did into that?
I think I do ask, right? I asked why you're choosing computer science.
I don't think you asked.
I know.
No, mean ask about it. Mean ask about it.
Except that reason, do you have any other? Yeah, that doesn't mean she asked yes. Okay, for me it's like that. Like you give people the answer. Like you keep people thinking around it. Like if I were you, I want to ask it, why you choose computer science? Would you mind like to share more about it? Like, because if là nếu mà em hỏi, I'm sorry. Nếu mà em hỏi nhưng mà hỏi nhiều quá thì nó kiểu cái người này họ sẽ bị rối là like cuối cùng là bạn muốn hỏi cái gì, đúng không? Nếu mà em trong trường câu hỏi này xong rồi, okay, this is not what I mean. So have you ever thought like your dad?
Because at first I asked Tom, and that's replied to me that you took a class in high school, right? And that's why you enjoy it. That's why you want to study computer science. That time I kind of stopped because I said just give just a general reason.
Then what I'm asking, what do you enjoy into it? What makes you enjoy? What makes you motivated to study?
Yeah.
Right.
That's my problem. Whenever I stop with people, I tend to jump into another topic.
Yeah.
Tại vì em chưa có cái, for me, like you not have had the mindset like curious about people yet. Yeah, like for me, if you say you love biochem, why you love biochem? What do you enjoy about the subject? Okay, for me, because I don't like it, so I'm curious, like why people like it? Right? Is that like, okay, you have to calculate it all a lot, or you just, is it practical things? So from that, you can understand who they are. Okay, that person really meticulous, really melon. So now you can talk more about, okay, you like it, and then what's your plan? What's your goal? Right?
And another point that when Tong say that, oh, I have heard somewhere in campus, someone who asked me about this, like share with me about the opportunity. So at that point, you have to ask. Oh, but at that point, you know what? You react. Oh wow, how was that? It's not like that. You have to say, oh really? So how do you think about it? So yeah, how do you think after that person say like that? Like ask her a little bit. What does she? You're curious.
I just ask her, how do you feel about it?
But your reaction should calm down. Not oh wow.
Because I think that most people when they heard about it, they might be freaked out because that
Freaked
person
out.
had been DTM before. But then for me, I want to approach with a positive attitude. That what's about it, right? That's why I react that way.
But when I listen to oh wow really like
It's you.
it's maybe me.
depends
For me I usually when I listen to that person, oh really? So can you tell me more about it? I'm gonna to calm down a little bit. So listen to them. It's not like excited. Maybe your personality, maybe that. Yeah.
For me, I
Yeah.
feel it's like very surprised feeling, like surprise reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, just normal. Yeah. Maybe you like that, but me different way. Yeah.
Go back to wait. There you go.
Yeah. So first thing is lack of curiosity. Second thing is lack of different more in people. Yeah, and then no friendship base. Yeah, pretty quick jump into at values already.
Yeah.
Right? Also when I come into people like this, I'm more into really DTM right away. It's not like DTM, but like I'm gonna drop a lot of crumbs. Okay, so here's the thing. I think in your conversation, not dropping so many crumbs. I don't hear any business. I don't hear any mentorship. Just only last one is back up right? Yeah. So that's why I feel like this is so long conversation. Because when I talk about my major, I need to on the other side, I'm a business owner. If I don't take that, okay. The second thing is I wanna talk about what values my values more. I'm gonna asking them and then adding values like ugly facts.
Yes.
Right. Plus on that is a backup plan.
Yes.
And then the last thing I'm gonna try is looking for if they have ever thought about personal growth or learning about themselves, like improving skill set. Because most people engineering, they really lack of skill set. They most working with robot or working on lab, not talking to other people. So when we jump into those kind of people, we more promoting workshop. But based on for her, I'm gonna promote workshop more, or at least backup plan, because her lifestyle is pretty good. Her dad is good. She got a plan already to internship, studying good job. She enjoyed it, right? So now it's just backup plan, or if you're open for entrepreneurship workshop, then just go for it. It's really quick conversation. Yeah, I'm not trying to get more because this girl is like she's everything. She's good already, because she needs more experience. I don't know if she has experience to work because I don't hear from that yet, right? But you should ask more about her life more. If she worked already, like yesterday in the office, checked out the condition in her life. Because based on what you talk with people, like giống như là khi mà mấy đứa nói chuyện với lại người ta, đặc biệt là cái stage deep or getting to know about people, form, family, occupation, recreation, motivation. From that, you're gonna kind of predict their background, their personality, their plan, things like that. So from that, you can put into your routine.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, then you can guess like if they work already, then if they work, then talk more about money. If they don't, then talk more about experience and money.
Okay, like having more information.
Free information.
Free information.
Yeah.
Before I saying anything, right? Because as I remember yesterday talk, is that I feel customized the way you talk to people based on their conditions.
And another thing that I learned from Bảo Đào, okay, this is Bảo Đào and anh Phil used to in the CD của Angelo too. He say that when you talk with, you have to see the person you talk with, who what's their personality. For example, if they're sanguine, you're gonna to talk like the sanguine tone and cái nhịp độ của họ. Yeah, the tone like that. And if you met the pleb or melang, you have to be the tone like them. The tone, the vibe, the tone you talk with them have to be the same them. If you talk too fast or more sanguine like that, they don't they don't feel comfortable. Em hiểu không? Em hiểu ý chị nói không? Tại vì that is Bảo Đào share with me too when one time I went with him as Mission College. He went to networking and he after that he feedback on right on spot that, hey, you know what, that person is very phlegmatic. I cannot say I'm sanguine. I cannot say really fast and quick because she cannot get my point. First, she cannot catch my point. Second is like if I jump and I talk really fast and very sanguine, she feel uncomfortable. She feel uncomfortable.
That's true because like for sanguine and non-sanguine,
They don't want.
if you talk
Yeah.
very like
Fast and
fast
very,
and energy,
yeah, they don't like it.
whole stuff, they're gonna scare you.
Yeah, that even though for me, I'm melancholy, right? I just heard your conversation. I feel uncomfortable. I want to go walk away right away. I don't want to talk with you anymore. I don't want to talk. Kiểu như là nên là this is just my personality. I just want let you know that you know how the melancholy feel. So
One thing I learned from Jeff is that if you not feel comfortable to talk to people, then walk away.
yeah,
You don't need to, because what type of team you want to create?
Yeah.
And he mostly, or if you think that you have more time, like yesterday you say, okay? If you think you have more time, then put quality, okay? Or if you
Yeah.
want to go quantity, then just walk away.
but
But you have to, same speak with other people. when
yeah,
you talk to them.
Sam speak talk with
Em nhận vô
them.
mồm hô quá.
Yeah, right. And yeah, đúng rồi. But you have the energy, so you can attract more people energy like you. Yeah, yeah.
Not uncomfortable to
To
share
talk,
like
to
the normal
share.
when you go networking.
Yeah.
You need to think a lot.
Yeah.
Nora tried to DTM even though she knew already that she would not get her contact. But
She want to
have a mindset
practice.
of always trying to DT or practice.
Yeah, I want to practice.
Yeah, that is good. That's
And
good.
a lot of energy.
But if you met,
Body language.
but
Good
if
body language.
but if you met Nora, met Leo, you can talk with him like that.
Bro.
Yeah, you can talk with him like that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Tom, say it.
I think starting from the setting of it, where like, cause this convo was like
Really
more
fast.
than really long.
Yeah, it's very long.
And then she approached like super friendly as well. If it were me, like it would be more like quick.
Okay.
And then the other thing was like the connection at the beginning like wasn't built. It was just like, oh, you're looking for this, and you just asked me more questions. You know, like there was like free information that was dropped, but you didn't look at or like try to build connection. You know, yeah, free information.
Can you share which part that you don't feel connected?
Yeah, Las Vegas trip, or you could even say that, or like you could even connect with SF. Oh, I've been there before.
Yeah, so you can hear the tone of my tone, right? Tone voice, right? You can talk, speak like
Okay,
that.
so I think tone
Yeah.
is something can be improved over time. Like,
No, but I just want to share, yeah, right here, yeah, right here. If you go out and talk with Melang like this, be
I mean
like this.
for the tone, yeah, I agree. But I mean, it's something we can improve over time. It's not something like overnight, you know. For some people like me and like you.
But I
Fear of computer science anymore, okay?
but I recommend for you could approach your who you are. Yeah, you could approach who you are.
I mean, yeah, just for the tone. Yeah, I mean, especially the tone. Just
That is the best way for her right now. But later on, she's gonna to improve another.
No, but the thing is, if she is not good at networking and you're telling her to just do what she's good at and how she's gonna learn.
No, I'm not telling you.
No, I'm talking to
No,
Helen, I'm
just
talking to
talk
Helen.
with me. Yeah, I know that, but yeah.
One thing is the mindset. I mean, a lot of people. A lot of people over here, they just show you like about like you didn't dig deeper, right? Didn't ask questions. So the mindset over here is that tell me a lot of very like all the time. Is the reason why we didn't have the ability to ask people like challenge the question, ask them deeper question, because we never spend time to ask us questions. Like we never ask us like why I choose that major. Like what's my plan? Yeah, so that's the reason why So now, if you want to have that kind of ability to ask people the question,
Ask myself.
you have to start from us. Yeah. So I'll share with you about the tone. That's something outside. You can improve over time by talking to more people and get adapted to it. Back then, I go to Census State, just like you, like I, just bang, bang, bang. And then there's one XPO, his name is Anthony, and he told me this story, like, same thing when you feed the koi fish, right? If you throw a lot of food, they're not gonna eat. But if you throw, so step by step, they're gonna eat your food. So the same thing to networking. So back then, I very like you, just jump into them, want to swallow them, eat, talk about a lot of things, change nature, change topic. But then I slowly, adjust that. Yeah, because I understand the mindset. Yeah, so easier for you, but yeah, for the thing that outside, like on the surface, like tangible thing, like tone, the pace that you speak to people. Yeah, it's can improve over time. So don't take it to the extreme and then don't feel bad about it. That's part of ourselves, like the personality. Yeah, no one can judge it. But so for the sake of if you don't have a team, a big team like Phil, you can work, improve on it all the time, day by day.
Our question Malang.
Me. What's up, best friend?
Yeah, but yeah.
But what if the Melang is get into your team, which is your upline here?
She's saying she's gonna flush offline.
You flush upline. You flush your upline.
What do you think?
Xin focus.
Have fun.
Chán.
Khoan chị không?
Chị không ghé, ủa chị không? Sao chị không xong?
Speak, please represent the Malang family. Represent the Malang family.
She là head of Milan.
Yeah, my friend is sanguine.
She là head of
Very sanguine. Your friend is very sanguine.
I hate her from the beginning.
No, me too. It's okay. I know, me too. Me too. It's okay.
What music you like? Whatever.
What music you like? Whatever.
Anyway, I love my friend. Like
I still remember her sweater.
okay, continuing đầu dừa.
Say yeah.
Continue đầu dừa.
Đầu dừa.
Đầu dừa nè.
Oh, là sao?
Yeah, now Nora has the problem that she reacts fast is one thing, but then she couldn't. Like, she has a hard time listening to other people.
But she wants to talk.
That's the problem of sanguine networking.
Yeah, because if you don't know, when you listen to people, is when you actually know what to say next.
But when they just give me very general and then
Ask more.
You have to dig deep.
that can I tell dig deeper?
Like, tell me more.
I don't know how to dig deeper now because like it's like she tell me she studied in high school. That's why she choose computer science. I was like, okay.
Oh, confusion.
It's okay, and that was me.
No,
Anything. That was me too.
Wow.
Really? What that was you?
That was the sanguine problem.
Nothing to be proud.
What you overcome? What you guys overcome?
They haven't overcome.
Wow, amazing.
Nothing to be proud.
Okay, continue. Continue, babe.
Yeah, babe. Speechless.
Casey, continue.
No, yeah, you just easily accept people answer and then you move on.
Yeah, I'm not challenging.
Gold standard.
Not like challenge, but like you don't even question.
She doesn't think.
like you don't feel like, it doesn't make sense. Because for me, okay, let's just talk about that sentence. If someone tell you that I studied that in high school and that's why I pick it. Like, does it make sense to you?
I don't think this makes sense, but then I don't know what I can.
Yellow. Ok, để con gửi bạn con. Gửi rồi. Con gửi rồi.
gì đâu không, cái đó không có gì đâu.
Rồi em tắt cái đó được kìa, nó cái này này.
Không biết. Không, I give you the number of the person and then you.
Yeah, they already called. Both of them called.
They call?
Yeah, they called Franco and Christina.
Okay.
Oh, are they looking to do something now?
They looking to how you call it, like
Take the house out
Yeah.
and put in a new one.
no.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about putting a new one, but I know they want to take the house.
Do they know? Did they tell you who they want to work with?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because they called like both days. They called Christina today, and then the dad called Franco the other day.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're looking into different options because they have a deadline. Because if they don't, they're gonna lose the whole house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What lose the whole house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back.
Back. Yeah. Is that sentence make sense? How's that sense?
Because they study it, they see something in it, and then they want to study.
Ủa, I feel like a lot of people say that mà.
No, but like just for you, when you listen to that, how do you feel when someone say that?
Normal.
Okay, understand now.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, because for me it doesn't make sense.
Why?
Explain your point of view. Yeah, you should just understand.
Yeah, I'm trying to. No, I have to make her think a bit. Like, how does that make sense for her?
Because like she took the class and then. Like it because for me the same. When I study biology, I took the class and then.
Okay, but then that back then. But now, does that make sense if you just study it and then you choose that as the career for you to work until 65 years old? Does that make sense? Is that
No,
something?
not-
Is that
not
something
enough.
people should do?
No, not really. It's so tough.
No, but that's something that a lot of people do.
Yeah, but then is that something that makes sense for you now after you join
So
the
the
business
business.
and you read the books and then the mentor talk to you? Does that make sense?
No, not enough information. Not enough why. Just saying.
Yeah. So what is missing?
Why? Yeah, the why, the reason more than that.
Yeah. So how can you realize? How can I make you realize from the beginning until now that you need a business?
What again? Say it again.
How can I make you realize that you need a business?
You're talking about in the past, right? Because I want to go into work because like going to work couldn't provide what I need.
Yeah. So why you realize that you don't want to go to work?
Like what can do to you?
No. What did you realize? Like why you don't want to go to work anymore?
Because working 9 to 5 like the whole week, didn't have time, and then the money just not enough.
How can you know?
How can I know?
Yeah, how can you know not enough time and money not enough?
Because I see the lifestyle of the people.
Of who?
What lifestyle do you compare?
Of who?
Yeah.
Maybe my cousin.
Okay, your cousin. How about the person you talking with? Did they see anyone lifestyle that picked the major that they picked?
No, they didn't. But then Tom saw her dad though.
Yeah.
Tom saw her dad, and then she said her dad right now so have time for the family. So that's also the part that stuck up. Because if I want to compare, but then take a look at her dad lifestyle right now, she still has time for the family. See, he still has time for the family. He still has the money to go travel.
So did you ask more? How can he have more time? How can he have more money?
I didn't ask.
Yeah, you assume. So you haven't dig deep enough. What if the dad already retired because he has some kind of investment? How do you know?
Okay. I just assume that information is enough.
Yeah. And then the thing is, what you learn in school, is that the same thing with what you're gonna do in your job?
No.
Then if someone tell you that, oh, because I studied that in high school, so I pick a career, how does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense though. Because it's different, like the reality.
Yeah, but that did the person know? Do they aware?
No, I didn't know where.
So you have to make them aware.
Make them aware by giving them the example.
Ask them. Have you have any kind of internship in that field? Do you know anyone working in that field? And the thing is, if the dad is the one who go to work every day, how can he know that he gonna like all the tasks that his or her dad do every day? They just know about the title, right? Like, oh, my dad is engineer. But do you know exactly how's the 24 hour of an engineer?
No.
And how much work, how much stress that her dad has at workplace? She doesn't know. Some kids never even observe about their parents. And some parents don't even share about how they look like. So they don't know.
What you know just on the surface, right? Just on the.
But you easily accept people's answer. You know why? Because you don't dig deep your why either. Because if I have a strong why, when I listen to that sentence, I'm like, what the heck? You know nothing. Yeah. If I listen to someone answer me that, I'm like, dang, poor you. You don't know anything. But for you, you feel normal. You like, oh, move on. So yeah, that's why you cannot like enlighten anyone. You cannot help anyone. Because even yourself, you don't feel that weird. Yeah. So how can you connect the business to their why? How can you DTM? How can you get a contact?
So I need to dig deep my why.
No, like you feel it's normal when someone say that. You don't ask for more information. You don't dig deep. Or you easily move on to next topic, you know. But it's okay to pause. Like it's okay to, you know, slow down a bit. For you, I feel like you're always like rushing when you talk. Because you don't want to have any like second or minute of silence.
She's scared.
But it's totally fine to have those silence because you gotta think and the person gotta think too.
So how can I improve
Yeah.
next time?
So you see how you keep moving topic, like you're jumping from this fun topic, so that person just they want to walk away because oh my friend come. Yeah, because if you really talk, like hit on those good points, then they want to stay back to listen. They want to talk more.
Can you do with Tom again? Like if you was in that situation, how would you?
Like I said, I'm gonna ask more. She just said a very general answer. You know it's general,
Yeah, no,
but you don't know how to ask for more. So how can you make a conclusion? How can you know that oh this person is you know what they're truly looking for? You need enough information to make a conclusion, right? But you haven't asked enough to know that oh right now should I share my story in the you know a business way or in a backup plan way or in a personal development way. You don't know because you haven't asked enough. Yeah. So how can you know what to say next? You gotta listen. You cannot prepare when okay. So to be honest, whenever I got into an appointment, I never prepare. I used to prepare when I first doing it, kind of robotic, you know, because I kind of want to memorize my story. And then what if they ask about the how and the what? I want to kind of memorize what should I say about my business model. So that's the only thing I prepare, which is memorize those things. But when I get into the appointment or when I go out networking, I cannot prepare because everyone is different. They have different background, personality. How can you prepare a script of what to say with someone green line and then this person is yellow line, that person is engineer, this person is doctor? How can you prepare? You just have to go out there, talk, listen, collect information, and then start sharing your story in a way that you make it sound like it's fit for them. That's the hard part. Because
it's
for
hard. It's
you
not
couldn't
easy.
ask for more, you couldn't collect information, and you couldn't make the connection. So that's why when it's come to sharing story and stuff, you usually get stuck. Because you just try to share what you want to share, not what the person want to listen, want to hear. So that's why it's all about you. Like the whole conversation is just keep about you, but never about other
Others
people.
people.
Yeah. So they're gonna get bored, of course. Yeah.
How can I improve? Just listen.
Don't cry.
No, I'm not crying. Bro, I'm not
Giống
crying.
cry.
Why cry?
Giống cry quá à.
Dựa.
The whole world against her.
No.
No, it's okay, baby. I'm here for you.
So yeah, how can I improve? I don't like that part at all. The way I'm doing MT1 is what I can say. On the MT1, I talk 40 minutes. That person talk 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's really like, she yell at other people. She yell at other people? She like, yeah.
She talk like you. Go back to the topic.
Làm từ cái màn hình tắt.
Nó tắt bây giờ mà.
Không, nó mới mở.
How can I improve? Because I'm feeling like I'm still the same. I'm still the same that the last time I go out and work.
You can't expect changes to come overnight.
I know, bro.
When was the last time?
I think last 2 weeks.
So have you been going out networking since?
No, not often.
So see, time doesn't matter. Just because you say the last time was 2 weeks ago, it doesn't mean that why do I take so much time to change? It's been 2 weeks. But the fact is you haven't been that consistent with networking.
But this.
Unless you went out every day for the past 2 weeks and you say there's no change, then that's a problem. But then you haven't gone consistently.
You haven't experienced much either. The first time I talked about this with you.
Nope.
Is today. Yeah. I never been to any networking with you before.
No, not stop there. It's not stop. The conversation is still continuing.
That's your thing.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
So just do it more and then HBS after that.
If you cannot let's say if you cannot do that flexible way like me yet, then just do like Van, do one way kind of approach, that robotic way. Just do it that way. Why you have to keep changing every time to make it complicated?
No. It really depends on the setting because I only do that when I'm on campus.
Yeah, she go on campus. Then just choose one way of approach and then just go with it. Why you have to be so flexible now? Because you cannot reach that level of relatability. Like relate to people, any kind of people you can relate. And you cannot do that yet, and you cannot connect their why to the business yet. And yeah, just go with the.
So I mean, like right now, try in the future, try the script or what one is doing, right?
Yeah.
Try it out first.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, just memorize it. Go outside the same thing every day. Then if there's green light, you get a contact. Done.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if it's too hard for you to be flexible and then put yourself in other people's shoes and understand them, and
So many
like
things.
Yeah, eventually you have to learn. Because later on you have a team. You gotta learn how to relate to people. You gotta learn how to motivate people and stuff. But now, if you just learn networking, try to get a contact, then yeah, just go with one way. Because I don't right now I don't know how to teach you. This is hard. It takes time, and it's also like it takes cases. Like every time it has to happen like that for me to tell you that. Yeah, you see that person say it doesn't make sense. You have to ask more. But now you don't have cases for me to show you. So I can only teach you through this case, but I know if it's gonna be another case, you don't know what to do.
I did bring it up after.
Yeah. So remember how Phil talked with us in the office yesterday? He talked about this too, digging deep. But you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem is because maybe you yourself, you don't usually question it a lot, because let's say if someone tell me that, oh, I want to be financial freedom, I'm going to try to ask them, I'm not going to trust them. I'm like, how? And they say, oh, later on I'm going to try to invest, buy house and stuff. I'm like, oh, when? And I'm like, oh, how much? How much is your down payment? How long it take for you to make it? And I kind of like feel like, does that make sense in my head, And I kind of ask them. I don't try to be mean, but I'm trying to understand. But for you, it's just like, oh, whatever they say is, I accept the answer and move on. Like it's so easy.
I get it.
Yeah. So people easily scam you. But they don't usually question. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to think. Because like for the people who were, kind of like have a similar background like me, the immigrant, they been through difficulty in the family kind of stuff. I feel that very easy for me to connect with them, and then I can easily get the contact. When like more about the sharp people like Tom, or the other people who Malang are very knowledge about what they're talking. I usually, break down. I usually don't know what should I say, what should I tell to them. Yeah. I need to upgrade myself and all that. Because I couldn't work with.
So when you meet someone like you feel like you guys are like at two different ends of the spectrum, you either try to find common ground, which is very hard, or if you can't do that, what you do is just ask them about their field, because people love talking about themselves, just like you. They love talking about themselves, right? So ask them about their field, and then that's how you get their like impression, right? And then after a while, if they don't, stop and just jump in and like, oh, that's so cool, like never heard about that, thank you for sharing, like I feel so educated, blah 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 blah. And then try to like, share your story too, like, and they'll be like, they listen to you, and so, but make sure don't talk too much to the point where they get bored. Just like stop, just enough for them to know who you are, and then like, like in the networking video that Luke made for us.
Oh yeah,
remember? But besides all of that, I'm also working on something way more exciting, which is my own business, and if you remember that, then there'll be like 3 different scenarios where like how they would respond, right? And like depends on like which scenario you would like answer differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you shouldn't feel like, someone is like better than you or like more knowledgeable or like you cannot talk to them or like more powerful, because I'm not sure who said this. Was it like Vinny Papalotto when he said, you only feel inferior if you have the superior complex? Was it Vinny or was it someone else?
Whatever, just about a call, yeah.
Yeah. So you only feel inferior if you have the superior complex. If you feel like you are inferior to someone, that means you feel superior to somebody else. And so who do you feel you are better than?
Nobody else.
No, she feels bad. She feels like she's better than someone else. That's why she feels she's not as good as somebody else.
Compare myself to water, right?
Yeah, because inferiority should not exist if there's no superiority, right? Without superiority, inferiority doesn't make any sense.
Kind of get it. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I usually see myself better than.
I know.
Kind of, and then when I see another people that they are better than me, I tend to compare myself to.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
I'm sad.
What's sad? Your twin right here. No.
Your twin
let's
gave you a
test.
Let's get another point. Another role play. Go next.
No, CS.
Any recording?
I was not that right away.
Doing like
Wait, say it again.
the survey example where you went around the
Good job.
campus and you're all doing this thing.
Let me check. I'm not sure. I don't really do that, but like if I say it's all in the beginning.
Đó là
I
chưa
don't
làm
do that
nào.
much.
Daria, go
One
up.
second.
Ai Sang Quỳnh
Hurry up.
Sang Quỳnh đi.
You guys finish all your homework for this weekend?
Ủa đi đâu
You
vậy?
guys finish your homework for this
Rồi làm ở
weekend?
giùm mày hả?
No, I miss it.
I've been to practice.
Man, I have a test that's
Maybe. Maybe my networking is better.
Because I know that you just trouble when you drink it though.
If I put that, I will be happy.
You go last day.
Who's the candidate? Who's the IBO? I am candidate. I no. I think candidate. Rồi kìa, 15 kìa.
Let's go.
Rồi, gần 15 rồi kìa. Em thấy.
Oh, let's
Em
go.
thấy rồi. I'm gonna leave you.
She has a test she needs to take her. I was like,
What?
It's gonna be in danger.
Why?
No, chỉ là
Alright, I'll set the stage.
you're gonna study art major.
If her green light or else if she 15 then I'm done.
I'm Miller. Plus.
Alright, let's go.
Sorry, I'm plus with 15.
Good job. Let's set it.
I mean, no, em quay rồi.
Thấy sai gì đâu mà em
Don't get
nhớ.
me traumatized again, okay? Mới đó 2 câu đầu bài. Nice to meet you, bye. Then the combo.
Phải cô I'm suffer.
Then the I just want green light. I just don't want yellow light, okay?
Ủa ai drop water in my laptop vậy? Bro, put laptop over laptop.